It's one of the best kept secrets in the whole United States. The fishing we have right here in Port Aransas rivals anything I ever saw in thousands of islands. Well, I grew up here since 1963 is when we moved here permanently. You tell people you're from an island off the Texas coast and they kind of scratch their head. A friend of mine and I that really liked to fish, we would go to the dock at about 5:30 in the morning, to Woody's specifically. After a couple of years of hauling stuff down the dock for tips, Woody decided to offer me a job, worked 8-hour days. And then after a couple of years of that, his deckhand didn't show up and he grabbed me to go fishing with him, and I ended up working for him for 9 years and got my captain's license and was off to the races after that. I've traveled all over the world, 30-something different countries and thousands of islands for quite a few years, built a mothership in France, and we carried a 42-foot sport fishing boat on deck. And that's the boat we did the round the world record fishing expedition. And I believe we set 11 world records. When we were doing it, it was so full of rock and roll all the time. You know, we were gone. We didn't know all the things actually that we had accomplished. Did it for about 20 years, and it was a great life, but after a while you want a post office box, address, telephone number. This is a fish they caught right here. I think this was maybe the first marlin ever landed in Port Aransas, or one of the first 2 or 3. And this is the mothership that I ran, the 165-footer with a 42-footer on back. I ran 2 of America's top 100 yachts and one of the world's top 100 yachts. Mega yachts. Ended up as tournament director, and this just kind of fell into this, just a natural progression from everything else I've done.
All righty. Here's one on the left for you. There's one on the right.
The Texas Legends tournament. This past year, we had 36 boats and over $800,000 in prize money that we gave out. Outstanding fishing. It's really growing fast and turning into the tournament that everybody wants to fish. And then we have other tournaments like the Deep Sea Roundup that are family-oriented, everyman tournaments. There's a lot of different tournaments. I think fishing is a great way to bring people together. Well, it's pretty clear. Everybody in the family can be involved, and friends, it brings friends together. There's a real wide variety of species. One boat last week caught 20 different species on one trip. We also have an outstanding flounder season that starts in the fall, and then offshore in the summer months, you have all the pelagic species, what a lot of people call mahi-mahi, kingfish, jackfish, blue marlin. They're the biggest fish in the sea. Well, a lot of us here are real salty people. It's just a term being good at living a life from the sea. Oh, absolutely. I'm as salty as they get. Well, I'm Captain D. Wallace.